ABC7 Bangor.
This is ABC7 News at Noon.
A Corona man will serve 2 years in prison in connection with his infant daughter's overdose earlier this year. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. A construction flagger was injured Monday when he was hit by a driver who apparently was blinded by the sun. And the Washington County Sheriff's Office is asking for more staff after the state police tell them they are reducing their coverage. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories coming up. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Alrighty, happy Tuesday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Luigi and Fredericks across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. And these small craft advisories are the newest alerts that have been issued, so they've taken away the gale warnings, replaced it with a small craft advisory, and this is up until 4 o'clock this afternoon. And as expected, they did issue something afterward because things are still rather active out there in the ocean right now. But at least on land, we're looking pretty good. Any flurries that have developed have since gotten out of here. And we're going to see a decent amount of sunshine with a few passing clouds today. So overall, not too bad with an area of low pressure just tracking off toward our north and east, leaving us alone. So that means some nice weather on the way for us later on tonight and tomorrow. So for today, though, increasing clouds, but overall not too bad. It'll be mostly cloudy overall. Any flurries will stay off to the north, but sunshine returns for the day for your Wednesday. And the wind will start to back off as well out of the southwest at about 5 miles per hour. We might see a few gusts as we head towards your Wednesday, but mainly along the coast overall. So that forecast for today, upper 30s, mostly sunny and breezy this afternoon, with that west wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour, but slowly starting to back off. Middle 20s on the way tonight, mostly cloudy, with the wind overall looking nice and calm. Moving out towards tomorrow, upper 30s, maybe lower 40s, partly cloudy, northwest breeze at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period, a lot of sunshine, early temperatures in the 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. A Corona man will spend 2 years in prison in connection with his infant daughter's overdose earlier this year. A.J. Douglas spoke to Zachary Borg's mother following the sentencing.
He's a kid who ended up with a bad addiction.
Monday, Zachary Borg was sentenced to 6 years in prison, with all but 2 years suspended for the drug overdose of his 11-month-old daughter, Isabella, back in July after he left drugs throughout their home. Justice William Anderson called Borg's actions reckless. Borg openly admitted that his addiction put his own child's life in danger while addressing the court.
I never intended for any of that to happen. It was an accident that was caused from my drug addiction.
Borg was found guilty of aggravated assault, domestic violence reckless conduct, and endangering the welfare of a child. However, even Assistant District Attorney Chelsea Lenz pushed for less jail time in place of mandatory substance abuse treatment.
Your initial instinct in a case like this is to punish, and to some degree that should be considered, but fentanyl is just decimating our community. It's not going to help anyone to just put him back out on the street with no treatment.
Defense attorney Harris Matson says his client will seek to appeal the judge's ruling to the Maine Supreme Judicial Court, arguing that the charges are inconsistent with the crime.
If Mr. Borg was not guilty of using a dangerous weapon against his child, it's unclear to us how he can be guilty of using force against his child.
Lenz calls this a uniquely charged case, explaining that the existing laws do not reflect the crimes related to the Borg case.
We are taking these cases seriously. We are going to prosecute them. We're going to prosecute them to the fullest extent that is possible. We really need to focus on making our laws make sense around this, because they currently don't. I mean, we got a felony conviction on this case and we got a decent sentence, but it's not enough. We do not have laws to work with, and our laws make even less sense today than they did a year ago.
Borg's mother says she is relieved by the verdict and hopes her family will be reunited.
As a mom, I don't like watching my son go through it. And all you parents out there that are watching your kids go through it, you don't think there's nothing you can do. There is a lot you can do. You just gotta know your kids and talk to them before something like this happens to you.
Lenz says the Penobscot District Attorney's Office will continue to advocate for updated laws to fairly convict those accused. The defense will seek post-conviction bail while awaiting the appeals process. In Bangor, A.J. Douglas, ABC7, Fox 22.
An investigation into a deadly home invasion led police to a new and potentially dangerous discovery. State police searched a home in Addison Saturday while looking for answers following last week's home invasion in Cherryfield. Police say they found several destructive devices while searching a home on the East Side Road. Bomb squads from Maine State Police and Bangor Police Department responded along with the fire marshal's office. They say the devices were deactivated and there's no further threat to the public. Meanwhile, authorities are still piecing together what happened at the home in Cherryfield last week. They say an attacker invaded a home on Teenan Lane Thursday night. A woman and a man were hospitalized with minor injuries, and a third person was found dead at the home. He has been identified as 36-year-old Matthew Adams of Whitneyville. Police haven't determined what the connection is between the discovery of explosives and the home invasion. More details should be revealed as the investigation continues. 3 men in the town of Sullivan have been arrested and charged with the most serious drug trafficking offenses. 27-year-old Stephen Maldonado Rodriguez of Lawrence, Massachusetts, 41-year-old Christopher Smith of Sullivan, and 58-year-old Randolph Garland of Sullivan were arrested. Early last month, the Maine Drug Enforcement Agency's Down East Task Force investigated suspected trafficking of fentanyl from a home in Sullivan. They say the process of the investigation, there was an undercover purchase of fentanyl from a Morrissey Road home. On Monday, officers executed a search warrant at the home and seized approximately 330 grams of suspected fentanyl and 35 grams of cocaine. They also seized $3,700 in suspected drug proceeds, along with a loaded 12-gauge shotgun. They say the estimated street value of the drugs seized is approximately $55,000. A construction flagger was injured Monday when he was hit by a driver who was apparently blinded by the sun. According to Hamden Deputy Police Chief Scott Weber, an 88-year-old Hamden woman was driving south on North Main Street when she came upon a construction zone. The woman told police that she was blinded by the sun, didn't see the flagger, and hit him. Police say the impact was fairly serious, sending the man into the air. Police say he initially lost consciousness but regained consciousness and was alert for first responders. Passers-by and residents stayed with the man until first responders arrived. He was transported to Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center in Bangor. The female driver was not injured. Deputy Chief Weber says witnesses confirmed the blinding sun conditions at the time of the crash and says he does not expect any charges to be filed. 2 Biddeford teens, a boy and a girl, are hit by cars within just about a week of one another in unrelated incidents. The 13-year-old girl was trying to cross Main Street when she was hit by a driver who then took off. Days later, caught on camera, a driver hit a 13-year-old boy who was trying to cross a parking lot entrance. Brad Rogers has more.
Dawn Frost's son Nathan was walking to school last week and was hit crossing the entrance to this Dunkin' Donuts on Route 1. The collision caught on a surveillance camera.
The officer told me that the woman said that Nathan was in her blind spot, which would have been, I used to be a firefighter EMT, I know that's called an A-post, which is right next to your windshield. But as the driver, you have that responsibility to look around that when you're going to take a left or a right.
There is no way that they didn't know that they hit her.
Carrie Donegan's daughter Evangeline was hit 10 days ago at night by a hit-and-run driver while crossing Main Street near the Saco River Bridge.
That's the part that gets me. If they had hit her and they had stopped and made sure she was okay, it would be a different story for me.
Evangeline was hospitalized with a broken pelvis, shoulder, and kneecap, as well as a concussion. She's home now recovering and will be in a wheelchair the next 2 months.
She doesn't have a ton of memory of the exact hit, but when they found her, she was awake.
Pedestrian safety is always a concern.
Biddeford police say both these cases are under investigation.
I do think that everybody should be paying attention, both drivers and pedestrians. This time of year, the sun's at weird positions. It's hard to see. It gets dark very early. So as you're approaching crosswalks, making sure you're prepared to stop, making sure that you're looking for people.
Dawn Frost says she's told her children over and over to look at drivers before crossing a street.
Even in, say, Hannaford parking lot, you should be looking at that driver's eyes.
Because of a road improvement project here on the east end of Main Street, flashing yellow pedestrian lights were taken out of this crossing where Evangeline was hit.
Had the light been here, I think she would have been more likely not to have been hit.
Biddeford police are still trying to locate the hit-and-run driver. If you saw Evangeline get hit here a week ago Friday night, or if you recognize this car that may have struck her, you're asked to call Biddeford police.
A Bangor judge is the subject of a federal sexual harassment lawsuit stemming from complaints made by 2 women, including a local prosecutor for District 6. The suit was filed in U.S. District Court. According to the document, until recently, Judge Charles Budd Jr. oversaw the Maine District Court's adult treatment and recovery courts. The suit shows a female Wellspring Treatment Center employee named Samantha Pike and a District 6 prosecutor named Natasha Irving have both accused Budd of sexual harassment during a conference all 3 attended in Nashville earlier this year. Documents show Irving alleges Budd sexually propositioned her just a few minutes after meeting her for the first time and did so in front of another colleague. Pike alleges Budd followed her to her hotel room one evening under the guise that his room was across the hall from hers, which it actually wasn't. Upon reaching her room, Pike says Judge Budd then told her he'd only come in if she invited him, which she did not. Pike also alleges Budd followed her around several venues at the conference, repeatedly coming up behind her or standing behind her, making her feel uncomfortable and even fearful. Irving was just added to the lawsuit Monday. Both plaintiffs are requesting a jury trial. Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, there's a new program to help people with their electric bills this winter. We've got the details when we return.
Hi, my name is Tony Ruda, founder of the Senior Planning Center. There isn't a week that goes by that we don't help some Medicare recipient in their Medicare programs and save them money. The Senior Planning Center has locations and agents throughout the state of Maine. So why would you want to call an 800 number out of state when the help is right here at home? Give us a call so we can help you save money and make your Medicare decisions.
Each year, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital works to improve the lives of kids and their families around the world. And this holiday season, Kia wants to help. We're continuing our tradition of helping others by expanding Kia's Accelerate the Good partnership with St. Jude and making a donation for every new car purchased during the holidays. Join us and help celebrate Kia's season of giving back. Kia, movement that inspires.
If you were hurt because of exposure to the toxic water at Camp Lejeune, Congress has made it possible for you to recover a settlement. Former Marine attorney James Beardsley wants to help you.
Call now to see if you qualify. Call 222-2222.
I'm Phil Levesque, president of Levesque Business Solutions. We're a family-owned Maine business since 1963. We're your one-stop shop for great office products at affordable rates. From copiers to office furniture to PPE, we've got it all warehoused right here in Bangor. We're your local small Maine business with a dedicated staff providing honest and friendly customer service, top-of-the-line tech support, and the option of in-house leasing. Let us help you get back to business.
When Marilyn Monroe Spas wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Life is your red carpet. Walk it like a Hollywood star with a visit to Marilyn Monroe Spas. Our hair, nail, massage, and skincare services will leave you feeling legendary.
Wings, Wings, Wings is hiring, hiring, hiring.
Come work at Wings, Wings, Wings.
Wings is #1.
Wings does case management.
Bring hope to families by working at Wings, Wings, Wings.
I work at Wings.
I work at Wings.
Come work at Wings.
Wings, Wings, Wings. Ranked one of the best places to work in Maine for the last 5 years in a row.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Washington County has a new budget, and it's left some people wondering about the ability of the sheriff's office to respond to calls in the future.
This is not an issue with the Maine State Police. It's an issue with those who aren't funding the Maine State Police to the manner to which they deserve.
Washington County Sheriff Barry Curtis says he was given notice by the Maine State Police that they will be cutting back their coverage in Washington County starting in January. Some of the towns in Washington County have their own police departments, but by far, most rural areas do not.
We're really nervous about this because, how are we going to do this? How are we going to stay ahead of this? The state police will come in on a homicide or something to help us, but then they're gone again. And so what are we doing? We're kind of sitting back. If we don't hire more people, we're not going to be able to cover all these complaints.
Curtis wanted at least 4 more deputies to help fill the void. The problem is funding.
Every time the state says we're going to push it back to the counties and or the municipalities, that goes right to property taxes.
Where do I cut services in Millbridge and some of the other towns? Do I quit doing trash? No, that's not going to happen. Am I going to quit plowing roads during the winter?
The Budget Committee approved 1 new deputy for the Washington County Sheriff's Office, but that won't be the end of the discussion.
I think I'm going to put some more pressure on funding, but I also want to find out what is the state obligated to put in there? You know, what are we putting in our governor's budget and the supplemental budget?
If the commissioners see an issue coming, call us back and we'll sit down and discuss it and see if we can come up with a solution for all of us.
We can't afford it, and we know that, but we can't sit back and not do something about it.
Versant Power has partnered with several community organizations to help customers in need during the winter season. Organizations including Penquis, Aroostook County Action Program, and Downey's Community Partners are taking part in Versant's Power Match program. The electric company will commit $60,000 up front in addition to the $200,000 donation match from the partners. Versant Power President John Flynn says the company feels for those consumers that do not qualify for heating relief during their income levels but still are in need.
And we also recognize oil prices are high, gas prices are high, inflation is pinching everybody. So there's got to be a very broadly knit safety net, of which this is just but one piece, but we do feel it's an essential piece.
Log on to our website at foxbangor.com to learn more about how to apply for Versant electricity bill credits. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, especially in downtown Bangor. Earlier this morning, the holiday tree arrived in West Market Square, courtesy of Bangor resident Dan Sprague. He found the perfect Norway spruce on the property of the Solstice Senior Living Building in Bangor. With the help of city employees from Bangor Public Works and Hart's Electric Services, the 35-foot tree was carefully put into place for all to see.
It's a tradition. We do this year after year. Been going on for 20 years or so.
Sprague's Nursery, I was the owner, pad owner, and we did that for like 23 or 4 years. I retired, and I just kept doing it because I've got the trailer all rigged up for it. I know where the trees are. And
the holiday season is about bringing people together anyways, but this just gives people a reason to join and enjoy each other's company during the holiday season.
Lights were also strung on the tree today. However, they will not be turned on until the official lighting ceremony during the Festival of Lights parade on December 3rd. After the break, we'll take a look at a new senior housing project in Bangor. That's next. We'll be right back.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Have both Medicare and Medicaid? Now's the time to explore your options and choose the coverage that's right for you. Choose a plan that offers you more benefits at no additional cost. Millions of members turn to WellCare for benefits and services that go beyond basic Medicare and help them lead better, healthier lives. Choose a plan with zero or low monthly premiums, co-pays, and deductibles. And with WellCare, you don't just pay less, you get more. More dental with comprehensive coverage, including dentures and crowns. More vision and hearing with an eyewear allowance and hearing aids. Plus prescription drug coverage with $0 preferred generics and free home delivery. Call us at 1-877-267-8416 to speak to a friendly licensed representative and request a free all-in-one guide. There's no obligation. We're here to help you review your options to see if a WellCare plan is the right decision for you. WellCare has a large network of quality doctors and specialists. Plus, we offer PPOD SNPs with the freedom and flexibility to choose your preferred provider in some areas. Enjoy free over-the-counter healthcare items and free groceries with a healthy food card. Plus, free transportation to doctors and pharmacies and free meals delivered to your home. Get convenient access to care with our telehealth services, including online doctor visits and a free gym membership with online classes. WellCare is a leader in government-sponsored health care. It has been serving those with Medicare, Medicaid, and prescription drug for more than 35 years. Call now. We're here to answer your questions and even assist enrolling you over the phone. Choose the company that puts your health first. WellCare, Medicare done well. Call now and get a free copy of our all-in-one guide. 1-877-267-8416.
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or professional contractor, the experts at Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Don DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors. Buy from the best, forget the rest.
Housing is in high demand, and with fluctuating costs of building materials, obtaining that American dream can seem out of reach. However, Bangor Housing is doing what it can to help. As Jody Hersey tells us, the organization is building a new Bangor seniors apartment complex on the corner of Davis and Ohio Streets.
Housing right now is incredibly difficult. We have homeless encampments throughout our city. We have families that can't find places to live. We have seniors that have nowhere to go. So we're all sort of, I think, collectively trying to come together to do our little part. And this is just one piece of it, but we've got a lot of work to do.
Construction crews are hard at work in Bangor building this new senior housing apartment complex that will include 32 one-bedroom apartments for rent for a little over $900 a month for tenants 55 years of age and older.
So today we have roofing, we have sheetrock going in the hallway right now, we have a lot of electrical going in, and the plumbing is coming along very fast.
Bangor Housing Authority's Mike Myatt says this project has taken close to 5 years to come to fruition due to the fluctuating price of supplies.
It went from a $5 million project to 6 to 7. We ended up with a construction contract about $8 million. And one really cool part about the building is the backside is one large solar panel, which we're hoping that will help reduce operating expenses to keep the units more affordable as well.
Myatt says the new building on the corner of Davis and Ohio Streets in Bangor won't fix the housing shortage in the area, but it is a step in the right direction.
So this is just a drop in the bucket, but it's an important one.
The project is slated to be finished in October of 2023. Those wishing to rent one of the new apartments should contact Bangor Housing Authority now to get their name added to the list. In Bangor, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Cars were lined up at the food pantry in Herman on Monday. Samaritans Incorporated operates a food pantry at the back of the Herman Baptist Church every Monday at 11 a.m. The organization says they've seen the need grow over the last few years. Folks are encouraged to pull in, and volunteers will fill a box with bread, eggs, fruit, vegetables, and other canned goods, which are then handed out to each vehicle in line.
COVID happened, we've had a drive-through service, and it works out a lot better for them, for us, for everybody, and it just goes smoothly, and we can get more to people that way.
Perkins says the pantry stays open until all of the food donations they have on hand are given away. There's some new information about adverse medical events. According to a recent study, hospitals are now reporting lower rates of them for certain medical conditions. NBC's M. Nguyen explains.
Adverse events are considered unexpected medical problems that can arise when staying in the hospital. Researchers from Yale University looked at medical records of nearly 250,000 people at more than 3,000 hospitals from 2010 to 2019 and found these events were happening less frequently. The people were admitted for major surgical procedures, heart failure, heart attack, and pneumonia. Researchers found there was a significant decline in adverse events associated with commonly prescribed drugs, hospital-acquired infections, bed sores, and falls. Researchers also noticed larger improvements in older patients and few differences in risk based on a patient's race, ethnicity, or sex. With this Medical Minute, I'm M. Nguyen, ABC News.
Tomorrow morning on Star 97.7, Paul Dupuis has the music and fun. Sonny Shepard brings you Star 97.7 local news, and Steve McKay with the weather. Turn on your radio and get the Star treatment with Star 97.7.
Welcome to Bennett's Gems and Jewelry in Belfast. With beautifully crafted gemstone jewelry you'll be proud to own or give as a gift. See why our longtime customers call Bennett's their favorite gift store, with an irresistible selection of genuine Maine tourmaline. Fine jewelry and gemstone giftware. Bennett's Gems also pays cash for your old gold and silver. Open till 6 every day, even Sunday. Bennett's Gems and Jewelry is on Route 1 in Belfast, next to Perry's Nut House. Look for our famous pink dinosaur and prepare to be delighted.
Meet Febreze Small Spaces, the most convenient solution to lingering odors in any small space. No batteries and no outlets needed. With one firm push, Small Spaces gives you 45 days of continuous freshness. Easily tackle odors anywhere. Febreze Small Spaces.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 selling nerve care company. Nervive contains alpha-lipoic acid to relieve occasional nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort. Try Nervive Nerve Relief.
Hear that music? It can only mean breakfast bagels are back at McDonald's. Imagine a fluffy egg, 2 slices of cheese, plus your choice of a steak patty, bacon, or sausage, all in a toasted bagel. That's right, the steak, egg, and cheese bagel, bacon, egg, and cheese bagel, and sausage, egg, and cheese bagels are all back, but only for a limited time at McDonald's. Tomorrow morning on Star 97.7, Paul Dupuis has the music and fun. Sonny Shepard brings you Star 97.7 local news, and Steve McKay with the weather. Turn on your radio and get the Star treatment with Star 97.7.
Welcome back. Let's check your full forecast with Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, here we are. Happy Tuesday afternoon. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home and Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, here we are. A new advisory has been issued, so the gale warnings, they are gone. They're no more, but they have been replaced with a small craft advisory, and that is up until 4 o'clock this afternoon, as the waves are still remaining rather active, with some areas seeing weather-high surf, and that is why they have issued something new in effect, at least until later this afternoon. These flurries have since gotten out of here, and the clouds will start to break up as well, so it equals a lot of sunshine on the way for us as we head towards the afternoon period. And a little breezy out there too, but the winds will start to back off as we watch low pressure located right about in here, track off from the southwest going toward the north and east, and high pressure not too far away, but another system here will start to move in soon, and that will give us some more cloud cover that will begin to move in later on tonight, and that will help to hold our temperatures up in a few spots. But some gusty winds still up to 15 miles per hour to 20 miles per hour can't be ruled out, but notice those back off nicely later on tonight and remain calm as we start the day off tomorrow. But otherwise, though, wave heights 4 to 13 feet, even 15 feet according to some of the buoys out there. So still rather active, even up to 15 again according to some of those buoys in multiple spots. So again, that's why the small craft advisory is now in effect. Our average high being 43 degrees, high 30s, upper 30s on the way Tuesday into Wednesday, middle 30s Thursday, falling back, or rising, I should say, into the 40s as we head towards Friday, Saturday, and even into your Sunday. That'll be a nice temperature before you fall back a little bit into the lower 40s as we head towards your Monday. Futurecast moving forward, a lot of sunshine for the afternoon period, then will become mostly cloudy later on tonight, maybe a few flurries in a few spots, but by tomorrow the sun is back out as that system starts to get out of here. Still a few clouds passing through, maybe some flurries to the north, but again, for us, we'll be looking pretty nice and dry moving forward before some fog develops early Thursday morning to the north. But for us today, upper 30s, mostly sunny and breezy with that west wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Later on tonight, middle 20s becoming mostly cloudy with the wind overall looking nice and calm. Moving ahead towards tomorrow, upper 30s, maybe some lower 40s, partly cloudy, a good Thanksgiving travel day. That northwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast. Thanksgiving Day looking beautiful, mostly sunny, temperatures in the mid-30s. Those turkeys are definitely dancing before rain and snow showers move in on Friday. Highs in the mid-40s, lower 40s for your Saturday with a partly cloudy sky.
Thank you, Devin. A world-renowned artist is encouraging fans to shoplift. Artist Banksy is accusing clothing brand Guess of using his artwork without his permission. Banksy says the brand's new clothing collection features his artwork, including his flower thrower graffiti. A Guess store in London displayed the collection in its window. In an Instagram post, Banksy, whose real identity is anonymous, called on his followers to shoplift at the store. Guess says the new collection is in partnership with a licensing company. According to the BBC, the company says it has rights to commercialize and use Banksy's work. Well, that's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening with Peter Dubois and Beth Jones on ABC 7 News at 6.
When
winning car accident cases is what we do. I injured my back and they got me $300,000. What did the twos do for you?
Lowry and Associates got me $700,000.
We win for you.
Call 222-2222.
When Rowell's Garage in Dover Foxcroft wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Rowell's Garage has been serving customers in the greater Dover Foxcroft region since 1946. Our goal is not just selling you a vehicle, but also giving you quality service to maintain your vehicle at peak performance.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.